Hi, Danny boy. You recently decided to pay your glorified clerk $70,000 annually. I was laughing for a couple days after hearing your nonsensical story. You should recognize the immense downside of your decision. I won't explain to you since you seem to have all the answers, young fella. Leading up to the announcement, I was having night terrors and waking up and thinking, forget this horrible idea, right? You're gonna be better off if you don't do this.
Effective immediately, we're gonna put a scaled policy into place, and we're gonna have a minimum $70,000 pay rate.
So I kind of expected after the announcement, we'd have this thing for our company and it would be exciting for us and we just kind of move on. But I was struck at the interest of people outside and how people thought that this might be the start of a movement.
People across the country have taken note of his bold move.
Cut his own salary from nearly $1 million to $70,000.
I got tens of thousands of emails and electronic letters, but there's something about getting a handwritten or a typed out personal letter in the mail. And not just the positive ones, because frankly, I get just as much motivation out of people that say, you can't do this, this won't work, and actually try to heed their warning. Dan, this is actually a recipe for disaster. In a few weeks, everybody will be falling out about how much harder they work than the other guy who gets $70,000. I had 3 people that were clients of Gravity who basically told me, Dan, you just made my job harder. To hear that from those 3 people was really tough. This was a letter I got from my congressman, the state of Washington House of Representatives. Dear Dan, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing today to thank you for your leadership as a business owner. I was delighted to read your question to your employees. Is anyone else freaking out right now? My hope is that I'll be right at the end of the day, but I actually don't think the idea is so good to guarantee that I'll be right. And I'm working as hard as I've ever worked to try to make it work. I'm renting out my house right now to try to make ends meet myself. I haven't made this little amount of money since I was in my early 20s. It helps that I'm 31 and don't have any kids too. And no girlfriend. No girlfriend to tell me I'm crazy.